been out for quite a while. It does have, um, of course, some expansions and a few things here and there that you can play with. There's also boss fights that do not show up on the map, but maybe I'll get that taken care of in another channel. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going to beat all three of the bosses and show you or tell you basically what you need to do to make that happen. So, we're going to start with a worm pit. It's the very first boss that you actually come across when playing Portal Knights. The traveling is what takes the longest, so traveling between portals, back and forth, can sometimes, take a little bit of time. I had a glitch earlier for some reason. Totally just knocked my whole world out. I don't know what happened. But anyway, let's get to it. This is the worm pit. So, I'm using currently a rogue. My rogue is level 27. Doesn't really matter. You can, once you're able to get through these portals, you should be, able to take care of these bosses. I recommend at least a level, for the worm, at least a level 10. But anyway, let's get started. So this is the big worm. He will come out several times. The boss fight will not start until you hit the worm. Once you hit the worm, the big worm's going to come out of the hole there, and I'll explain as we go. You want to kind of run around here to keep the worm from hitting you with the poison that it's going to spit out. It spits twice, and then it has a bunch of other little worms to, of course, spawn. After that happens, you want to find the biggest one of the bunch, and you want to knock it down, and then that gives you the opportunity to, to hit the worm here as he's laying on the ground. He's invincible as long as he's not laying down, but anyway, that being said, that's half his energy already. So I'm going to do that one more time, but rinse and repeat, basically. Alright, so that's a small worm. I'm going to try to travel as close to this hole as possible. Don't get near the hole too close, because if you fall in, then you got to start over again with the worm. One of my powers is ambush, so basically I disappear from the enemies for X amount of seconds. And then when I come back, it gives me double the damage. So, and so we're looking for the big worm again, remember that. And you can usually see him from across the screen. He's usually a different color from the rest of them. You can start hitting this worm as soon as it starts falling, by the way, just so you know. And that's the worm boss. So, worm boss is now defeated. And then you're going to jump down the little hole here. And all the rewards will be kind of just sitting on the side. And you want to collect those, right? So let's see what we got. Probably nothing of any importance, to be honest with you. No, it doesn't look like we got anything great. But anyway, boss drops are usually pretty nice. So, well, it looks like I got the Sickle of Scars, which is a level... it's a low-level weapon, because it only gives you 70 hit points. But anyway, now, we're going to go from the worm to the next boss. And the next boss is going to be a dragon. And that's the dragon layer. And the dragon boss is pretty easy to defeat. I recommend at least a level probably 15, but, to each their own. So the first thing you want to do, I'm not going to use any potions this time, and I'm not going to use that mist this time. That way you can just see me defeat it without all that. But anyway, you want to come up to the top of the podium here, and you want to hit this egg, right? Once you hit the egg, dragon appears. And for some reason the dragon spits eggs at you, but it's either 1 to 3 eggs. Then you want to take that egg and you want to aim it at the dragon, and you want to hit the dragon with it if you can. As you can see, I missed. Didn't that time though. As the dragon falls, just like before, you want to hit the dragon when it's laying down, right? Rinse and repeat. kind of like, you know, with the worm. Oh, don't let the eggs hatch, by the way. They spawn bosses, and they're, you know, they're at whatever level the dragon is. So, if you let the eggs hatch, it's not a good idea. So knock them off the podium. Even if you don't use them on the dragon, just knock them off the podium. Now, you can use them on the dragon while the dragon's laying down like that, too, by the way. Okay, so simple enough, right? I have totally missed all 4 times there. Okay, here we go. Try to predict where the dragon's going to be whenever you hit the eggs, by the way. Sometimes the dragon will fly into the path of the egg. Not always, so I mean, just kind of try to feel the dragon out and see where he's going to be at whenever you go to smack that egg. We're almost done with the dragon. By the way, I don't own any rights to the game graphics or anything here, so this is Portal Knights, so it's something I want to make sure I say. By the way, while we're sitting here talking about this, if you happen to like the material that I provide for you, please hit that like button, subscribe. I'll be doing more games, so give you the opportunity to kind of see what's going on. Now the dragon is defeated, so the Dark Lord has taken care of a dragon again. So I'll run around here and grab things. Please be a gold star. Oh, it's an iron star. Anyway, the iron throwing stars there, they're nice to have. They help regenerate health when I use them. So they are currently here. I did already have a pair on me. You get copper, iron, and gold. Gold, I believe, is the highest, but they're a drop item that is very rare. So we're going to go to the next boss. And that is what is called World's End. It's right here. So, if you have any questions, leave your comments. I'll try to get to them when I get an opportunity. Anyway, we're 8 minutes in, defeated 2 bosses. Just that quick, okay? So, give me about 10 seconds here. I'm going to explain this. So, these crystals here, again, with this boss right here, same as the egg and a worm, you know, this boss will not bother you until you hit this crystal. Now, the main focus is to try to lock your character onto these crystals as you're hitting them, so that whenever this boss will throw light spectrums at you like 3 times, and then he'll spin at you. So here's the idea. So I'm locked on, right? Try to stay on the outside of the spin if you can. Alright, you throw once, there's twice, there's the 3rd time, right? So then, I'm going to lock onto this other crystal. Now, if those hit you, those, you know, even for a level 30, you know, those are damaging, just so you know. So, it's always a good idea to bring you some health with you when you fight this boss, too. Because, you never know. Sometimes you just miss out. And alright, now as he's flashing like that, as soon as he starts flashing, you can hit him. Okay? You don't have to wait on him to drop on the ground. Alright, so there's 1 round. Okay? Crystals come back, rinse and repeat. The quicker you get locked onto the crystals, the faster they are going to, of course, disappear on you. If you lock onto the boss, just hit your left 2 button on the PlayStation. I'm not sure what it is on any other console, but it'll unlock the boss so you can get back to the crystal. So, I mean, you can't touch the boss without the crystals being taken care of first. Okay? So anyway, there we go. There's another round. He's about half dead. So, here we go. Back to the crystals again. They spawn in different areas. They don't always spawn in the same areas. Like, I've got one in the dead center this time instead of on all the edges, so. Just don't forget, he starts throwing those 3 at a time. 1, 2, and here's the 3rd, right? Simple enough. Just let go of that button to, you know, as the boss comes towards you, you know what I'm saying? Let go of that button. Because it'll lock onto him if you hit him with anything as he's spinning towards you, so. That it helps you make sure that, you know, you lock back onto the crystals. Alright, here we go again. Like I said, rinse, repeat, basically. I mean, seems like all the bosses kind of have that effect. Rinse, repeat. Which is good. I mean, I don't want him to throw extra stuff in there at me. Now, if you're playing multiplayer on here, I will warn you that he does start throwing, you know, depending on how many characters you have that are playing with you in your world, then, you know, he might throw 2 or 3 lines of spectrum. Ooh, see, I got hit. Did you see those hearts? I've got a healing scroll on me. It does a fairly good job here. Alright. Take him down. We're now 12 minutes in. Boss is pretty close, so. Maybe I ought to set a record when I get a chance. And try to see how quick I can defeat all 3 bosses. It's a good farm to do this the way that I did it, you know, just kind of bounce back and forth between bosses, especially if you're going to have multiple characters that you're going to play as. You know, because I have a rogue, a 9. I have all 4 characters, actually. I have a mage. My mage is level 30. That's the highest level you can get. Oh, I locked onto the boss instead. Did you see that? Alright. There we go. I'm going to start working my way toward the boss here. On purpose. Because I knew that crystal was about to explode and I want to be close to that boss so I can hit him faster. We might have him. Yep, it's accomplished, I believe. Yeah, he's gone. Unlock. Walk away. Let the items drop. And okay, so just an explanation of a few things here. I'm going to tell you what's what as I pick them up. Just hang tight. Pretty wealthy drop here. Okay, so these are totems that you can drop and they do several different things. So some totems will heal you, some totems will, you know, be used as a weapon. So, I mean, they're nice to have, especially if you're a mage or a druid. But anyway, that being said, you know, while you're hitting the boss, you can drop that right there and get double the hit, you know. Let's see, what else did I pick up? This is an astral heart. This is kind of an in-game thing. You want to collect as many of these as you can. You're going to use those to build better armor and gear, basically. At the end of the game, you'll go to a castle, and in that castle, it'll give you the opportunity to use these to apply toward your armor, and it'll make it better armor. It looked like it even doubled it, okay? So anyway, back here, this is a recipe. So this is perfect. I did not have this. This is a collector to me. The fluffy armor is 4-piece set, and it doesn't do anything for you. It's a vanity set. But it's a collector thing because it gives you a trophy. So when I'm going to use it now, So when you go to use it, you go to your tabs and you're going to go down. So I have currently Fluffy Strength, Fluffy Courage. So that's the chest piece, the arm piece, the leg piece. All I'm missing is the head. That is the only thing that I'm missing. So anyway, that was a good drop for me. I like that. What else was in there? This right here is a cape. It's used for the character like myself because it has backstab damage, where I'm a rogue. So it also has ambush damage. So 50% more ambush, damage is great. 25% backstab. Backstab's hard to do on a boss. Most of the bosses are minus the worm. When the worm's laying down, you can get the worm in the back and get double the damage if you have backstab, for the pleasure. Anyway, this is Dark Lord back with you, and I'll go ahead and post this and drop this online. Leave your comments. Please hit that like button, subscribe. I'm going to be playing some other games. I do have a build that I want to put on here. I'm going to air that as soon as I get my library up and running. Other than that, good gaming, good farming, and hope to see you back soon.